G'day cocktail lovers, I hope you've been keeping well. Hope you're ready to roll along with Rum Week, declared by me, simply because in those weird days where someone declares it belongs to a particular drink, this week includes both International Rum Day, Pina Colada Day, and Mojito Day. And I've already uploaded my milk clarified Pina Colada. This drink I'm going to make is a variation on a rum old fashioned. These days when someone talks about an old fashioned cocktail, what a lot of people's minds will automatically go to is a whiskey based one. But the old fashioned, it basically means spirit, bitters, water. Sorry, I got that completely wrong. Spirit, bitters, sugar, or a sugar syrup. So most often these days you'll see it with a whiskey. But yeah, a rum old fashioned is a classic. Basically all spirit based things you can make an old fashioned with. And this one is actually inspired by Vino from 60 Second Cocktails. This is going to be a Pina Colada old fashioned. Vino, if you've not seen his channel, you should check it out. Besides making great cocktails, he sets himself the challenge to make the cocktail in 60 seconds. I'm just going to make it at my own pace. I have slightly different ingredients to him, but it's basically because you do get flavored rums, and I think we've used the same pineapple rum, the Plantation Stiggins Fancy pineapple rum. Now this doesn't have a heavy pineapple flavor. It's more got pineapple hints in it. And for the coconut part, because of course the prime parts of Pina Colada, besides the rum, pineapple juice and cream of coconut usually, I've got this. This is a limited edition rum I found, and they essentially sold me with their copywriting. They wanted to create something different. What they did, they imported the rums, and this is from Australia, but with imported rums. They used activated charcoal to remove the colour from the aged rums, blended 3 different coconut macerations with cacao nibs and Australian native wattle seed to complement and lift the coconut profile. So this is a pretty goddamn classy coconut rum. There are a lot of good coconut rums out there. There's a lot of really dodgy coconut sort of rum-based liqueur drinks. Malibu's the most famous. If that's your thing, go for it. I know a lot of people rag on Malibu and the other ones that are sort of creamy liqueurs, but if you like them, go for it. I think, besides being too sweet, I think they taste a bit medicinal, whereas this is just great, honestly. So that's going to be my key components for this. So without further ado, let's get going with making our Pina Colada Old Fashioned. I'm going to be a little generous with myself. Usually in an old fashioned you do about 2 ounces of the spirit. I'm doing 2 different spirits, so maybe I could do 1 ounce of each, but I like myself and I'm going to be a bit indulgent. I'm going to do 1.5 ounces of each. So starting with my coconut rum, I'll do 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of the coconut rum. And we will also be adding 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of our pineapple rum. For the sweetener on this, I've decided to go with orgeat, which is an almond-based sugar syrup, because I just thought that fit the tropical vibe of a Pina Colada old-fashioned. You could use a simple syrup, you could even use a spoonful of fine sugar. Some people like to actually make their old-fashioned with sugar. They like there being that little bit of gritty residue in there. I don't. I'm going to use orgeat, but not a huge amount, just half an ounce or 15 mils of orgeat. The final touch is a couple of dashes of bitters. You could use your standard aromatic bitters in this if you liked, which one would often use in an old fashioned, or the bitters of your choice. I've got these ones from Bittermans, which are really quite nice. They're tiki bitters. If I try and pronounce the name properly, I'll probably get it horribly wrong. The Elemacule tiki bitters. Again, I'm doing this tropical vibe with a Pina Colada old fashioned, so I thought the tiki bitters would be the go. So I'm going to put 2 dashes of the tiki bitters in. The old fashioned is a stirred cocktail. Pina Colada old fashioned, no exception. So add ice to my mixing glass. Gaz Regan's magic finger. Stir that for about 30 revolutions. Now I'm going to strain that into my rocks glass. Got a big chunk of my clear ice in there, because this is a lovely light coloured cocktail to go well with clear ice. If I were a fussier man, I would put a garnish on this, but with an old fashioned, I like to keep it simple. With a whiskey old fashioned, I'd usually do an orange peel and express the oils over. But this is a rum one. I don't think orange necessarily goes as well. I'm literally going to do it garnish free. But time for the all important taste test. That tastes so good. Wow, I really like that. The simplicity of spirit, sugar, and bitters is incredible. And within that, you can riff on so many things. Even if you're just doing a whiskey-based old-fashioned, there's the whole flavor palette of whiskeys to go in. If you're doing a rum old-fashioned, there's so much to play with. And thanks, Vino, for the inspiration on this one. Coconut rum and pineapple rum. And I used orgeat for my sweetener and tiki bitters for the bitters. It's great, but there's so much room to play with this sort of thing. I thoroughly recommend you give it a go. Do whatever rums you like, whatever flavors you like to put in. That simple formula, spirit, bitters, sugar, can encompass so much. And I'm just going to sit back with this. This is this fantastic thing of the whiskey old-fashioned is regarded as like a winter drink. It's a sipper. Pineapple and coconut flavors, and even rum, people think summer. So this is like both ends of the seasonal extremes blended into one drink. It's fantastic. Give it a go. Let me know if you've done this, or what your favorite variation on the old fashioned is. And hey, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, it would be great if you did, because I'd love to see you again. Hit the little notification bell so you know when I upload. A lot more to come. See if you can guess what the third rum cocktail will be this week. I've made it pretty obvious what it'll be. But that's coming up. Right now, I'm finishing this. I hope you're taking care of yourself and taking care of the people around you. But until I see you again, cheers.